Hello and welcome to this week's video. Woo! It's been a busy 2 weeks for me. This video is jam-packed, full of work for sure, but not all work. There is some play because in the last 2 weeks I managed to get a little break to a little town called Nazare. It is located on the west coast of Portugal, and it is known for big wave surfing. I've always wanted to go, and I had the opportunity to go. I sponsored a little charity who was giving away cheap night at a little apartment, and all funds went to the charity, so of course I took them up. I was thinking about not going, but I'm so very happy that I did go, so I will share some of that with you as well, some footage of my time in Nazare. So far, although I've explored a little bit of Portugal, my top 3 places have been Lisbon, between Lisbon and Cascais, let's call it that whole Linha area. Definitely Estoril, I love Estoril, so let's call that the Greater Lisbon area. Tomar. There's just something about Tomar that I love. I can't pinpoint it, but the feeling is just so peaceful there, and I really adore it. The third place that was on my list was Figueira de Foz, and I like that because again it was on the coast and it was busy, it was vibey, there was people, lots to see and do, so I really liked Figueira de Foz. But now that I've just spent a little time in Nazare, it has quickly replaced one of those names on my top 3. The temperatures in the last 2 weeks have been all over the place. We had the first 2 weeks ago, we had a week that was very autumny. It felt very chilly. It felt like we were going to skip autumn and go straight to winter. That's how relatively cold it was, and I even had to put on a jumper. Could you believe it? And this last week, it felt like we went right back to summer, and days were literally 40 degrees again and crazy hot. This weekend, the weather is meant to be coming down, but today is 30 degrees and it's pretty hot in the sun. So yeah, it's been a very much varied autumn so far. But as we very speedily head towards rainy season and winter downpours, I really have to get going and finish all of the outside work that I need to get done. So there's 2 big projects that I really need to get done before those winter rains come up. There's 3 now that I think about it actually, but the 2 big ones I'm focusing on at the moment is to finish that firewood storage and get that waterproof before the rains come, and the second is to redo my pergola tiling structure so that I have a better fall for the rain, and also get some gutters up and just get that front of the pergola so much more protected. But in today's video we're focusing back on the firewood shed, and I make significant amount of work. I really hope you enjoy today's video. If you called wild boar on my goat in last week's video, you are correct. More footage has revealed that it indeed is a wild boar coming onto my land, and honestly I'm actually quite happy about it. It hasn't really been destructive, more so than my fences at the moment. I'm just happy to have some wildlife here, and the little foxy keeps coming back as well. So cute. If you are new to this channel, welcome to my little corner on the internet here at my farm in Central Portugal, where the name of the game is perseverance. If you'd like to stay tuned to future videos, please give us a like on the video and do subscribe to the channel to stay notified on future videos.
This is Girl Meets Farm.
I think I have enough. I have ordered the wood for the roof, or what will be part of the roof structure, but for two reasons. I am trying to see if this can fit over the whole structure, and I'm not going to put it on exactly like this. This is just interim. Well, we may have some rain incoming. The days are getting cooler, so the wood doesn't dry as quickly. But for two reasons, I'm going to be doing this. And I know that this doesn't let the wood breathe, but I do have something else in mind to do with this. The wood that I've ordered is really not cheap. So I don't think that I can afford the roof sheets this year. I think I may need an interim plan until I can get roof sheets on and finish the actual roofing structure. But what I can do is, because I've ordered the wood, I can make the structure. And then I think to keep everything protected, I may just use this plastic as an interim roof and front cover to protect all the wood from the rain. I'll see if that works out. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm headed with this. Yeah, as you can see, we're not actually at the farm. We're staying in this really cute apartment in Nazare just for the weekend. I bought a 2-night stay at this little apartment in Nazare from a charity to help them out with an operation that one of the dogs needed. And I really wanted to see Nazare for some time, so here we are. Can't wait to explore. So far it's been really nice to just drive through the area and see a little bit of it, but we're quite tired from the 3-hour drive here, so I think we'll leave the exploration for tomorrow. It's a very cute little apartment. It's the floor of a house, so there are people upstairs. As you enter, there's this little dining space. There's a little bathroom here, and they've done it really well. It's really cute for what it is. Kitchen, that's where we just were. And there's actually 3 bedrooms, and I love the way they did these doors. 2 singles, and where we are staying is the little main area. And this actually looks out onto the main road of the village that we're in, which we will also go and explore. It's a sundial. Time to prep the wood! bug treatment. Both sides done, and now I can leave that overnight so that it can just draw into the wood and protect it, and tomorrow I can do the stain. And then we stain! Pruning season is speedily approaching, and every year I get a little bit daunted as it approaches. And the reason for that is my vineyard alone takes me easily 5 days to prune, and by the end of that my hands are so sore, calloused and blistered from everyday pruning that by the end of that week I never have time to prune my fruit trees or any of the larger trees, even my olive trees, because my hands are just so sore. But this year will be different. This year I will have the Prunarbo E40. It's an electric pruning shear, and honestly I can't be happier to have been sponsored this product. Prunarbo are known for their professional gardening tools, and that is what they specialize in. And honestly, this is an incredible product already, I can tell. Also, it's an electric shear, and it's fully compatible with Makita batteries as well if you have that. But if you don't have that, they come with their own range of batteries that's fully interchangeable with all of their own products. It's an incredible tool. You can also adjust the cutting width of the little shear if you want to make it smaller or bigger, but the PRE40 has a cutting width of 4 centimeters. So what am I going to be doing? Yes, of course, it's going to make mincemeat of my vineyard. I know this, but I'm excited to go and try this on some of my fruit trees. Easy peasy. Usually I get a olive tree professional to come in every year and prune my olive trees, and also prune off all of these mother shoots from the mother tree, or shoots from the mother tree. This year my olive trees have been particularly bad with these shoots because last year I used a local Portuguese guy to come and prune my olive trees, and it was a very significant, heavy prune. So all of my trees just exploded with these offshoots from the mother tree. Usually this happens when trees get like a major trauma, and then they produce these offshoots as children, from my understanding, so that the tree can keep living, or at least have offspring to ensure that it survives. So some of my trees had a harsher prune than others, but also what this guy told me is that he has a special tool to get rid of these offshoots so that it will lessen the amount that you get every single year. But honestly, every single year they come back. So I don't know if that is true or not. So I don't think there's a problem with me using my electrical shear to cut these off. I also want to point out that the trigger is like a hair trigger. I barely have to press it and it will cut, and it just honestly goes through these branches like it's nothing. Just look at it go. Crazy. What's even better is that it comes with this extendable pole. That's really heavyweight stuff actually, and it's got this really nice rubberized area for you to hold onto and reach areas that are typically out of reach with ease. Finally, I can cut some of these high branches. Let's try a big one. Like butter! I've also really been looking forward to getting into this very big orange tree of mine. I've never actually pruned it and it so desperately needs it. And now, with the help of my Prunarbo electric shear, I can get into those really hard to reach places without even trying. So let's try some of these dead branches and just some of the branches that need a pruning. The wood of the orange tree is also a lot more sturdier than I think the olive tree shoots are, and also it's a lot more sturdier than the fig tree branches. And this is still really making easy peasy work of it. So honestly, I'm loving this tool. Let's go up here. Oh, easy peasy. There's a second one. Oh. Incredible. There is easily a branch of 4 centimeters. That was like butter. Honestly, this is incredible. Just look at this thing go. So easy. And what I'm really excited about is also these offshoots. Ramble. These have been super difficult for me to cut by hand because it's really thick. But with this tool, oh my goodness, just look at this. Woo! In the face. Loving this. If you would like to make your own pruning so much easier, go ahead and grab your very own Prunarbo with all the links that I've got down below. Very easily to find on Amazon all around the world. Grab my links to grab your very own Prunarbo today. Been 2 days since you saw me last, and I am now starting to run out of the stain. I was hoping to get all the way through the wood that I have without having to buy more stain, but that is not to be. So I may have to go and buy some more stain as well, and hopefully the little hardware store that we have here in Pinamacor has this particular color, because it is a very special, because this color is not really readily available. So fingers crossed. As I mentioned, it's 2 days since you've seen me, and some of these pieces are still drying. I've just done the last coat on these pieces here. I've tried to make the posts my primary focus so that the paint that I do have can cover all the posts at least, because that's going to be the most important part to start with. And some pieces are already drier, like these guys are dry, these guys are still drying, and I can at least start with some of the posts. This should be dry in the next couple of hours. So yeah, today is Thursday, and the video is obviously this Saturday. So I'm really hoping that I can get through all of this, and I still have a lot more wood to stain. There's still some cladding over here, so I still have to get through all of those pieces as well, treat them and stain them. I'm hoping to get the treatment at least done today, so that hopefully there is the stain up in the hardware store, and that I can stain those tomorrow, when hopefully I will also be finishing the roof of the firewood storage area. So fingers crossed. I didn't see you up there, Kitty. Hi. I have one very curious kitty keeping me company this morning. So I've been trying to get a feel for what's going to work best with the front posts, and I realized I probably could have gotten the thinner ones like at the back there and not have to spend so much money. But I got the big posts because originally obviously I was going to put roof sheets over the roof, and eventually I will. So maybe having the bigger posts is still a better idea for one day when I do get to put the roof sheets up. But now I'm starting to wonder, how should I attach these posts? If I put them on the side, because I don't really want them on the ground, I don't know if that's going to give enough leverage for the roof, and also is it going to look weird? I have more leverage on the post to connect on the front though, so I'm also starting to wonder, should I remove those front cladding pieces and put the post there instead? That would probably make the most sense, right? Let's look. So I'm asking myself, do I put the post without the cladding behind? Or should I keep the cladding and put the post in front? Maybe that does look a little bit better, right? But then what do I do for the edges? Because the live edges are kind of like the showpiece. I don't think I can do the same on my live edge side. I'll have to give that a think. So I think I've come up with an idea that could just work. If I don't want these posts on the floor, on the ground, right? So I'm thinking if I find some squarish granite stones, I can put that at the bottom of the post to get that off the ground. It will also add additional support for the post because it's really heavy. And then I've also decided that I might take off the live edge and replace it with a straight edge like the middle ones, and then it won't matter. Then the posts can all be the same on the front, and then I might do something else for the live edge. I can always put the live edge on the front of the post, on the sides, if I wanted to make that a feature. So that could potentially work. But now the next tricky bit is to kind of find a squarish, roundish, straightish, not too big, equally sized, more or less, pieces of granite stone that I can use in all four places. I think I see two that could potentially work, but for this I'm gonna get gloves. While we're on the side, I completely forgot to cover up my grey water area. The last time I dug out all the water from all that rain, and now it's completely overgrown, so soon this will need attention. So I think I'm just gonna grab like a few and see if they can work. Let's take this one. And it's bigger than I thought, but actually that's a good size. And this one looks like a good one. Okay. Oh, that one's actually in the shape of hearts. I didn't even notice that before. Doop, doop. Right, now I need two more. I can't spot any that I like. Alright, I'll come back to you when I've dug out two more stones. Alright, I think I found 4 good stones. Not sure about that one, but it works. This is probably my favorite one. And then the idea with this, will be something like this. So on the stone and attached to, oh, I just realized I need to paint the sides on that one, to the cladded piece at the back. And then of course I still need to adjust these guys for height, but I think I'm happy with that. What I need to do is to remove that live edge, replace it, and then finish up this side so that I can put all the fronts on. Yeah, I'm super stoked with that. On this side though, before I can finish this off, I need to fill this gap, wrap it, staple, and then of course I still need to do the cladding as well. But in order for me to put the front cladded piece on, so that I could put the front post on, I thought, let me cut a piece of pallet and extend this so that it will be flush with the top piece. So I think that can work. Now I just need to connect it. And then I can finish the wrapping. Even though this staple gun is not meant for construction work, it has come in so incredibly handy, and it has fulfilled its purpose quite well. So I think my plan is working well. I really like that. It actually looks really nice, I think. And I've only managed to do one other. And still have to come back and put the screws in properly, but yeah, I like it. I think it looks nice. My poor little electric screwdriver is not a impact drill and it really struggles to get these things in, and I don't want to burn out the little motor, so I have to take it like little by little. But yeah, I'm super happy with the way that that's come out. And then I will do these two, and then I'll work on the ones at the back. But it's just gone 11:30 and I'm already dying of the heat outside. It's very humid today, so I'm gonna take a break while all the tools charge and then come back to this. And of course I've got 4 nice pieces of offcuts from those 4 posts at the front. And I wonder what I can do with it. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is to make like a little coffee table or something. What do you guys think? I got all 4 of the front ones up, and I really like that. I'm glad that I put them over the cladding. I actually think that looks really nice. I've yet to put the back ones up. This one is going to be difficult because there's not a lot of space for me to work at the back where it needs to be tightened. But I might be able to put this one up. Oh, and it fell down. I might be able to put this one up because I can actually work here at the back. So I might try and do that now, but the weather is definitely turning. It's been so humid today, and we did have a warning of thunder showers. I think we may have some thunder showers headed our way. Probably not a lot of rain, but it is very humid, so I think raindrops would be present, and I'm wondering whether I should try and get the plastic back up now or leave it open and just let it dry in the heat. Not sure. I've also just managed to treat 8 more pieces of cladding, waiting for this to dry before I can put the stain on. But I have put it underneath here to protect it a little bit more, just in case it does rain. But hopefully I can still get the stain tonight. Today is Friday, so I'm really pushing to get this done so that everything is complete for this week's video. And just as I finished cutting one of the back beams, the rain arrived. So I'm glad I moved everything underneath this roof. I mean, if the rain comes in sideways, which it seems to be doing, it very rarely comes actually from the southwest, but it's literally raining this way. It might hit some of this, but I think this should be okay. It's not too bad. I mean, it's some nice droplets, so I don't know if it's gonna last very long. Okay, are you hiding from the rain, kitty? Hey? You don't really mind water, do you? You pretty much like it. Yeah, I see you. Hello, boy. So I think I'm just gonna grab that one, maybe cut it underneath the roof. But yeah, I didn't manage to put the plastic on either. So it must just stay open now, and then I will just have to make sure that that dries before I put any kind of cover over it. Yeah, let's wait out the weather. Okay, there was a break long enough for everything to dry up after the rain. The rain did get a little bit more intense after those first few drops, but it's been dry now for maybe an hour. It dried up really quickly because it's just so humid. I think there's more rain on the way. I can actually feel some drops now, but I've decided that I'm going to put the plastic sheet up so long. I can't do the cladding yet because I still have to stain that and paint that, but I can put the plastic up in the position that it will eventually be, and then that's done, at least. Well, almost done. Okay, this is unfortunately not ideal, but at least I got everything covered. It is still raining, and I think it's going to rain a bit more than it is now, so I'd rather not work because I need to come staple gun it in its proper position. But I can use this hopefully tomorrow if the rain stops, and then I can just pull it in its position where it needs to be. But I think you can kind of get the idea. And if you're asking yourself, why am I going through all this trouble to put the plastic all the way over like a little roof, it's because, and not just leaving it like this, it's because when it's like this and it rains, this is what happens. The water just collects everywhere in all these nooks and crannies, and it ends up getting into the wood and getting in underneath the plastic, and then, well, you guess what happens then. So yeah, it's better if I can flatten the sheet out to try and make that not happen. So I've started the cladding on this side, and I just realized I put that one a little bit back, but that's okay, whatever. And the only reason I started is because literally the only dodgy section of, I think, this whole build is to attach this end post, because I can't get behind here to actually attach it into the pallets this way. So what I thought could work is to attach it to all the cladding, and I mean that seems pretty stable, and I will attach it up to here with every single piece that I do. So I think that should hold, at least. And if it doesn't, then I know that I might actually get some steel brackets to go over. I don't know if I'll be able to get to that side. Again, there will be a problem, but if I do get one of those bracket clasps, it can attach all the way to here, possibly. But I mean, the thing's standing, so maybe that works. Okay, let's try this again. And as I want to do this, the wind came up. Of course it did. So I think you kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to do, but that section there in the middle is a little bit problematic. Also, because I can't get to the back and fix that back end, I can no longer fit in to behind the firewood storage area. Originally, I had these rippers, these wooden planks that I was going to position between all the posts, front and back, which is still the idea when I do put the roof on, and I'm wondering if I may need some of them now, because I wanted to keep these so that I have them like a new batch to fix my pergola roof, because I'm intending to redo that roof, at least the tiles, so that I can have more of an overhang. And if I do that, I need to take off the existing rippers there, the existing wooden planks, and I may need to change some of them, because when they were being screwed in, I saw that many of them split completely with the force that was used. So I know that I'm gonna have to replace some of those, but I guess if I want this to be right, I might just need to put these in. I really wanted to finish this today, but I might need to take this plastic sheet off and at least put 2 posts in the middle, after all. Man. Oh. Okay. Man. Yeah. Just might work. How to do this? Please don't give away. I don't know if that is too on the edge. It is. Oh, but it should last. I hope. My goodness. Okay, that looks slightly better. I still have to fix it all in place, but unfortunately I've just run out of time. Oh, what a pity. And also it looks, for all that beautiful work that I've done, it looks really ugly. Unfortunately, this is all we have time for this week. And the wind is already taken my sheet down because it's not stuck down yet, but I will get that stuck down the moment I get the video edited for you. But this is unfortunately all we have time for in this week. I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't finish this all the way, and because I really wanted to just get this done. But that means that I may just need to spend the next few days just finishing up the last bit of this and also make it a little bit prettier so it doesn't just look like a big black sheet lying over my wood. That's also really unsightly, so I will find a way to pretty things up. If you've got ideas, drop it in the comment. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, please consider giving it a like. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell to receive notifications of when my new videos are released. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you on the next one.